Hey folks, Brian here. Just wanted to check in with you today and talk about reaching the one. I recently started a part-time position with a large evangelistic association that I won't name because I do not speak for them, I don't represent them, but you would know who it is. And what I do basically, it's internet evangelism is the department, and I basically help Christians, especially new believers, find a local church to get plugged into. And when I started, I was, learning how things worked and the situations and stuff. And I remember thinking, this seems like a lot of effort and man hours, which means payroll, going into this that may not produce a lot of fruit. A lot of people may not see this, and a relative few people may get plugged into a church because of it. But the Lord showed me about reaching the one, and I'm looking in John chapter 4, where Jesus met the woman at the well, the Samaritan woman, and basically Jesus shows up at Jacob's well. He said he had to go through Samaria. Most of the time, Jews would go the long way to avoid going through Samaria. But he's there. This woman shows up. It's about noon. And the reason she's there at noon is because she is full of shame. She's been married 5 times. The man she's living with now is not her husband. She's the object of ridicule. She's an outcast. She didn't come in the morning because that's when all the women come, and the women, I'm sure, talk about her. They whisper and point, and they look at her sideways, and just the shame that she carried. But of course, she didn't know at first that Jesus knew that. She just sees this Jew who asks her for water, and she says, "You shouldn't talk to me. You're a Jew. Our people hate each other." But he asks for water, and they talk, and there's a conversation. And then through the conversation, he tells her he's the Messiah, and tells her, yeah, you don't have a husband. You've had 5, and the one you're living with now is not your husband. So she realizes, he's the Messiah. He knows everything about her, and so she runs back to town. She says she dropped her water jar beside the well and ran back to the village, telling everyone, "Come and see a man who told me everything I ever did. Could he possibly be the Messiah?" So the people came streaming from the village to see him. And then later on, it says that many Samaritans from the village believed in Jesus because the woman had said, "He told me everything I ever did," implying he talked to me. This Jew who spoke to me, a Samaritan woman full of shame, but he still spoke to me with love and respect, and accepted me and offered me this redemption. And so she tells everybody, they come back. When they came out to see him, they begged him to stay in their village. So he stayed 2 days, long enough for many more to hear his message and believe. Then they said to the woman, "Now we believe, not just because of what you told us, but because we have heard him ourselves. Now we know that he is indeed the Savior of the world." So because Jesus reached this one, she went and brought the whole village, and many of them came to Christ because of her, because Jesus reached that one woman. And you don't know who that one is. You may be that one. You may reach that one. Jesus talked about leaving the 99 and finding the one. The one is very important. And that's what we're doing. We're reaching those people. And there's all sorts of examples of reaching the one. And them impacting. And you don't know if you're the one watering or reaping or sowing. It may be someone who needs 30 gospel encounters to come to Christ. You don't know if your encounter with them or your conversation with them is the first one, the 15th one, or the 30th. Just be faithful in reaching out, reaching that one, telling your story, telling the hope you have in Jesus Christ, crucified, dead, buried, resurrected. That's our hope. And that's what we share. And just continue to be faithful in sharing your story and reaching the one. And that's it. Thank you for watching. God bless you. And remember, stay salty, my friend.